This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome everyone to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Canes will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cardinal offense will take the field to get things underway. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
A late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Brown will throw it. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got him in. It's Hall. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal. Fired in from the red zone for the score. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. That's the kind of play that energizes the entire team. 96 yards, he took it back for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Brown wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Second down, he'll throw it. He lobs one high down the left side. Makes a grab for a big play. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Off play action on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. It has been a less than stellar start in ACC play, and now the mission is to try to keep this season from going down the drain.
Yeah, and you got to find new ways to motivate. You came to the season, you're probably like, hey, listen, we want to be ACC champs, and that dream is probably gone, but let's refocus, right? Jesse, it's really fun to be that team in the middle towards the end of the year, too, where you can play split.
Yeah, it's all about building, too. Just one game at a time, and it just takes one win to get the season completely turned around. This team has not yet quit on the year. They're still out playing hard with great effort. They just got to put a full game together.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Pulls it in. It's Pryor. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And he missed it. No good. And after the first quarter miss, guys, we're still tied up. So Miami's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was 2 big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football.
Oh, he's got some space. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Now he's looking to throw it. He'll pull it down. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback making adjustments. The pitch to the left. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hurricane!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and his defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Brown will throw it. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Caught over the middle. It's Jones. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Stanford lines up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch right at the 50. He's going to get loose. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He'll pull it down and run. QB got it himself. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the 1st down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance.
Looking for the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Canes!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Stanford has him back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. When you play backer at Miami, you got to bring some of that vintage Kane attitude.
The attitude, the physicality, the dislike for people. That's what you need at the linebacker spot. Miami's found a few of those guys over the years.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Off the play fake. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
And this defense, they were ready for that third down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming, did a great job, aggressive, downhill, went and got it, got the tackle for a loss, forcing the fourth down.
Makes the catch at the midfield logo. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
That it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
He's going for the big play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. So now on comes the field goal unit. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. The official says no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Got him downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Brown wants to pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Back to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Stanford lines up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David. You've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too, before this defense.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Makes the grab. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
He's got it. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Brown will throw it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there on South Beach, and we've had a lively first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Hard Rock Stadium.
Stanford will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the run. Creates a little space. Turning it on. He's at the 40, the 20, the 10, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Miami. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Northwestern showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong, but the victories outside of the comforts of home can really... as a springboard. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. RPO complete to open the drive. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. He'll pull it on the read. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Brown wants to pass. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. A deep tradition of backers who make plays and get after quarterbacks. Ray Lewis could do it all back in the day, just like this guy did.
And they look the same, don't they? They look the part, just big, physical, huge guys, but the speed element always there, always in the backfield, making plays.
Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Goes to the option. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Still running at the 40. There he goes. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Let's see if he can find some room behind the left tackle. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Hurricane! And the stomping has commenced.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Right on the money. At the 40, there he goes. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Brown will throw it. Get it out on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's 3rd down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Give to the running back. He'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage, and time has expired here in the 3rd. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits him right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter, so you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking for a gap. It's Pryor fighting off the defender. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Stanford! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Iowa State is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a close game. They're up by 13 over Cincinnati. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Gonna swing it on second down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And that's how you take care of one of the faster quarterbacks in college football. You don't even give him a chance to scramble. That defense was all over him. They had multiple guys win their one-on-ones. They got into the backfield and brought him down for a sack inside the pocket.
They get to him as he throws. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. The Canes will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Brown wants to pass. He's got him.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game, Dave.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
They've got the lead, but here in the fourth quarter, it's starting to dwindle. And if they're going to hang on to this game, they've got to be able to run it. It's a really tough thing to do when the opponent knows exactly what you're going to do, but this is what you train for. You've got...
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Well, the field goal didn't quite make it through, but still an 18-point game. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Brown will throw it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you... Oh, he's got some space. The 10. Touchdown, Canes. And the pummeling has started. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe it's something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on 3rd down. Brown wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Tight end now in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard, but you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page, you get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Jumped the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned.
Single. Ready,
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Brown will throw it. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Cardinal will have to come up with a huge play to keep this drive going on 3rd down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Touchdown, Cardinal!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Looking to throw on 1st down. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this.
Trying to get behind the defense. And that'll be incomplete as the pass is knocked away, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's see who it's on.
Hold it.
Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Looking to fire. He's not afraid to go deep. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams.